In this video, I will give you an overview about SQL. I will try to keep this video as simple as possible by using examples to explain SQL. To understand SQL, we will first have to know about data and database. Data in simple terms can be defined as a systematic record of a particular quantity. It is the different values of that quantity represented in a set. It is a collection of facts and figures to be used for a specific purpose such as survey or an analysis. Data, when arranged in an organized form, can be called information. These days, data is the most significant and important asset to operate or run a business successfully. Almost all types of businesses require data to run their operations effectively and smoothly. Data is the core part of most of the web applications and mobile applications these days, and to manage this data, we require a database. Database can be defined as an organized collection of structured information or data, typically stored in a computer system. In any field where data has a significant and essential role involved, then it has to use database for effective and smooth functioning. For instance, in any industry like finance or music application like Spotify or a social media platform like Facebook, they all use database, and to manage and operate these database, the programming language required is SQL. SQL, or Structured Query Language, is a standard language for accessing and manipulating database. It was invented by IBM Research Center in 1974. Its sole purpose was to assist the user in working on database. SQL can be used to create, update, and delete data from a database. SQL is older than most of the languages, but still it is most commonly implemented language as it is user-friendly. Previously, we used to maintain data records in form of manual hard copy of files. It was a tedious work to do, and a lot of data in form of files was collected, which was difficult to store until computer was invented and storage of data became online. Let us understand concept of SQL by an example. Imagine that you are standing in a clothing store. There are properly arranged multiple lines formed of cloth hanging racks for displaying different type of clothes. Suppose that one entire line of cloth hanging rack is dedicated to display a big collection of t-shirts, and another line is dedicated for displaying a big collection of shirts, and similarly a line is dedicated for displaying a big collection of pants. Companies organize their data in somewhat a similar manner. We can consider this shop where all the clothes are stored and displayed as a database. These dedicated lines of cloth hanging rack for displaying specific type of clothes can be considered as data tables. Data tables are tables that are used to store data. The t-shirts, shirts and pants which are hanging in their dedicated cloth hanging rack can be considered as data which has some use and has some information stored in it. In almost all clothing stores, there is a sales assistant. The sales assistant constantly comes to us and asks questions like, what do you want, or is the fitting of clothes proper? If not, should I provide you a different size, etc. Now if I tell the sales assistant about my specific requirement, that I want a blue color t-shirt of medium size, the sales assistant will now go and bring me a blue t-shirt of medium size as per my requirement from the specific section where it is displayed. This sales assistant can be considered as a system with which the data is controlled. The sales assistant cannot converse with us in normal English, French, Latin or any other languages, but for us to converse with this system we need to learn a specific dedicated language which it understands. This language is known as Structured Query Language or SQL. The SQL is used to store data, retrieve data and manipulate data in the relational database using the system. The SQL only works on relational database. A relational database is a type of database that stores and provides access to data points that are related to one another. Relational databases are based on the relational model, an intuitive, straightforward way of representing data in tables. In a relational database, Each row in the table is a record with a unique ID called the key. The columns of the table hold attributes of the data, and each record usually has a value for each attribute, making it easy to establish the relationships among data points. You must have seen in your childhood that your class teacher used to maintain an attendance register in which the student details such as their name, their roll number, and options to mark them present or absent in the class were mentioned in the format of a table. Data, if it is stored online in same table format, then it is known as relational database. Dialect is a variety of language that signals from where a person comes from. The English language has almost 160 different dialects throughout the world. The England has approximately 29 different dialects, which is followed by US, which has 27 different dialects. Similarly, in SQL there is no pure form of SQL language. It has different dialects like TSQL, PLSQL or JetSQL. SQL is used in website development. In the website you will have to store some data. Take the example of Facebook. While making a Facebook account, you see a registration form that you have to fill, so that after clicking on the submit button, all the information filled by you has been stored in the database. How will this work? So, when you click on the submit button, then in the backend SQL has already performed its work. It executes a command which instructs the database to store the data. Consequently, communication between registration form and database is in the language of SQL. This is all about the overview of SQL in this video. Stay tuned to my channel for more such informative and technical videos. Please like, comment, subscribe my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so you do not miss any update of the new video uploaded on this channel. Thank you for watching and take good care of yourself.